This is my little sixer of questions.
Okay.
Little,
Are these
little 6-pack.
pulled out of a jar? Did you curate the
So
list?
this is shout out to Table Topics because I don't want to get sued for anything.
Table Topics.
But these are little things that I saw this at the coffee place. And I was like, oh, it's like a box full of questions. Love it.
Oh, it's great.
Mhm.
Especially when you're doing a podcast. You want to get to know somebody or just throw some shit out there.
Well, this is the way I see it is like we do this little like 6-pack, you know what I mean, little sixer.
Okay.
And people get to know you and they're like, man, I can't wait to see this guy on this podcast.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Right? Okay. Do you own a boat?
No, sir.
Okay. Have you owned a boat?
My family has owned boats.
Okay.
Many boats.
Okay. many
Many
boats.
of boats. That's why I knew about the guy on the boat.
If you owned a boat, what name would you choose for it?
Probably the Todd Father.
That's pretty good.
That's just quick. If it was me and my boat, it would probably be the Todd Father. But I would probably make it about my family. The Burgie Bus. My last name's Burgener.
I like the Burgie Bus.
Everybody calls us Burgies, like the Burgie Bus. The Burgie Boat.
Burgie Boat.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, that's probably it. You? Oh, wait, this is about me, or can I ask back?
Yeah, no, you
Can I ask back?
Yes, you can ask back. I do own a boat.
Okay.
And the name, do you want the name of my boat or the names that I thought of that I was like, oh, that'd be a cool name for a boat?
How about both?
The name of our boat is Touche.
Okay.
I don't even remember why.
I've seen it before on a boat, actually. So I got you. No offense, but
no. I mean, but
I grew up on the Lake Travis, so I saw a lot.
Well, I mean, like, are you stealing Burgie Boat? Are you stealing that from somebody? Is that your parent? What's your parents' boat's name?
We were back in the early 90s, and it was a little Bayliner. A couple of them. One was a little 18-footer. The next one was like 21, I think. But we didn't name those little boats. Those are usually like the bigger houseboats were named, or the kind of mini yachty things.
Does my ski boat count?
No. But no, it counts if the name's on it. So yeah, of course it counts. We didn't put the name on the Bayliner though. So I didn't steal the Burgie Boat.
Just checking.
That's original. You heard it here first.
But if I was going to rename my boat, I would just name it what?
Me?
No, that's what I would name it. I would just name it WHAT with the question mark. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay. A story that you feel comfortable telling. Okay. Because I feel like you're going to have a lot of these. I picked out these questions personally.
Okay.
I mean, we are becoming friends.
Yeah.
We started as acquaintances.
Sure.
We decided to meet every year at the same party.
Sure.
And then decided to do this.
Love it.
But what is the most fun you've ever had at a party?
Oh man.
There's so many.
I can't. That's a great question.
Okay, so this is.
Can I give you a? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Let's break it down real quick.
Yeah.
What's the most fun you ever had at a kid's party?
Okay. I'm gonna say it wasn't necessarily the most fun, but it was the coolest maybe, because none of them are technically fun that I think I've been to. But my 7-year-old, when he turned 7, we brought a snake farm to the house, and I'm deathly afraid of snakes.
What?
And my family knows it. We had constantly berated with the question to get a snake. Pushing pause. No snakes in the house yet. But Kimmy ordered a snake farm to come over, and the kids could hold the snakes, and they were little grass snakes and medium size and big long snakes and 10-foot long albino anacondas. I mean, and the kids are wearing them and stuff, and I was I couldn't believe it, and I was just freaked out, man.
Did you hold a snake?
No, but I took pictures in the background with everybody holding the snake.
Hey, that's a step.
You couldn't pay me to hold a snake. I did touch a couple of them just to feel their texture. I've held snakes. I mean, it's not the physical part of the snake it's when I'm going to sleep at night, all I can think about is a fucking snake slithering up and biting my toe, or taking a shit and a snake fucking coming up the back of the toilet and biting me up in the ass. Every time I take a shit, I think about that. Now I've gotten over it. And it doesn't make me like shit.
But recently or like?
Yeah, today I thought, you know what, too? In my new house, we had we got a
snake gutter.
Not a snake, but this is true. There was not a figment of my imagination, but I did sit down and take a shit. Thought it was a snake, didn't happen. And then out of nowhere, I flush and out shoots a little decent sized frog.
What?
It was chilling on the seat the whole time I was shitting. And when I flushed it, he went around in a spiral. And I was like, what the fuck? That was the fear. It was a frog, so it was okay. But he got sucked down and died, went off into the septic tank, apparently. But it happened twice.
Man.
So now I look to see if the guy's under there every time I shit. Anyway,
okay, what's
the birthday party was my most memorable because it was the snake sitch. So as far as most fun, I mean, I've been to a lot of fun ones. I don't know if any.
Well, hang on a second. What's your favorite, like when you were DJing and maybe you were single living downtown?
I thought you said kid parties.
Well, no. I said kid party. Oh, so you had a fun kid party, or was that the snakes was your fun kid party? Do you have another kid party story?
No, not that it would be too fun to we're talking about. I can think of one that is not necessarily when I was DJing. It was before I was DJing, but it was a club on 6th Street called Bob Popular.
Oh my God. I remember Bob Popular.
Everybody was in our generation. That was where you went for 5 years, probably. Thursday nights was like dollar drinks or something. I was underage that long ago. I'm 45 now. So that was 1920 probably. And that one side of Bob Popular, they had like a karaoke bar kind of thing. And it became a kind of a concert or whatever for making fun of drunk people and stuff. And I signed up for the karaoke, somehow got in with, I think they had minors get in. So I had the X's on my hands. Yeah, I had the X's on my hands. Of course, chugging. Back then it was, give me 2 shots of Four Horsemen. It was like 9 whiskeys in one. You take 3 of those, you're buzzed, right? Did that. And I told all my friends that I was going to be singing and at XYZ time. And I started the song. It was Radiohead's Creep. And I started off all slow, and then it, got into where I was getting crowd surfed by all my friends, and they crowd surfed me, and I was wasted singing in the first part of it all. I was drunk. I was making a scene. I was X's on my hands, just a mess. And that's why they started crowd surfing me, because I was antagonizing them, and they floated me all the way to the back, and the bouncers were like right there waiting for me to drop and just toss me into 6th Street.
That's awesome, though.
I remember it, but that was a wild time. But there was too many DJ parties that I could go into. There wasn't one. We do a festival at BPM in Mexico that was a long run, and that's a fucking wild party. I haven't done like Vegas and Ibiza, so those are like the big mothership. Overseas has some really insane stuff that I watch, through the channels of social media, that are just like, oh my God, that's wild. Now wild to me though is like a good show. Like the LED walls that they have now and the projection mapping that's happening now and the technology side of it. There's a group called Tale of Us that has like 100-foot walls, and it's like they're 3D animated. So they look like the graphics are coming out of the screen into the crowd. And
no way.
The whole show is probably 20,000 people, and they do them in like Mexico City, Buenos Aires, and it's just everyone's literally on their phones. And so you see the crowd, but everyone's on their phones. So I don't know how the vibe is, but it's like that for the whole 2 to 6 hour set, however long they play. Probably a long time. See, to me now that's crazy.
I won't bore you with these details, but I went to go see a very young rapper. Like it was that kid that passed away. God, what was his name?
There's a handful.
Oh, son of a bitch. Annie Hoosie, Juice Land. No,
Juice Land. Old Juice Land.
No,
poor guy, rest his soul.
No, Juice WRLD.
Golly. Juice WRLD?
Juice WRLD.
Okay.
Anyways, so like I'm the oldest person in there by like 20 years.
Okay.
Right. And there's not very many people older than me. And it's pretty much like all like, and like it's young kids and they're all on their phone.
Oh,
and I was like, wow, man, like, I mean, you're not going to watch that video.
Yeah.
If you do, it'll be on the car ride home.
Yeah.
When your parents pick you up. So this is what I was trying. Cause I knew you have a lot. I know you would have a ton of stories. I mean, like, you've done a ton of stuff, right?
Yeah. Yes.
But I was like, well, let's start with the funnest kid party.
Okay, got it. And so then, I did hear that right.
So and then
I'm like, did I answer the question?
So and then let's do funnest teenager young adult party.
All right, I already
got that. And then Like this is like the last. What's your favorite adult party you've been to lately?
Okay.
Like, so what's your favorite one you've been to lately?
Oh man.
Like we had fun. We had fun at Lane's party.
Yeah, absolutely. I've got a wife who loves to dance, is cool with dressing up. Theme parties are fun for us. We have limited nights out. So, Lane's party was definitely fun. We were all neoned out. That was great.
Okay. This is, I mean, I don't know. Okay. If you could change one thing about the way you look, what would it be?
Lose the gut.
Yeah, you don't like the gut?
No, I don't, Scotty.
No, I thought. Well, I mean,
just kidding.
Some people embrace. Would you call that would that be a dad bod?
1,000%.
A thad.
1,000. 1,000.
1,000.
No, I definitely. I think once I stopped playing, actually, my late 30s hit. And I just put on some weight in my gut, and I don't eat unhealthy, but I don't eat clean, I eat paleo. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's not great, but whatever. And I just, wasn't working, I guess, out as much and drinking a lot out, which I don't drink at home now. And I don't really go out at all. Once every couple months, I'll sneak one in.
I read this,
but I don't know, man. But my gym stuff has been I'm the skinny fat kid. I've always been that way, though.
Well,
but it would be my gut. I do 20 pounds right here. What about you?
Can I really say that? Not very rarely, but there are moments. And it's really not about me. It's more about the people I care about that are around me, that I wished I wasn't so heavily tattooed because of how I think it might affect the way that other people look at them being associated with me.
Interesting thought.
But
I get it.
But, I mean, also like I ain't responsible for that.
No.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
it is what it is too.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Fucking at this point it is.
Yeah. Right.
All right. So let's see.
Thank you for sharing.
All right. What's the worst thing about being a man? And then the bonus question, if you choose to use it, is what's the worst thing about being a woman? Try to answer that.
Well, I think I can answer that easier.
What?
The menstrual cycle. I mean,
that's gotta suck.
It does. We don't have nothing like that.
Mm-mm.
So, I mean, I'm no woman, so obviously I can't answer that question, but that's what my male brain says. Okay. As far as a male though, God, what's the worst thing about being a male? Maybe a lot of pressure to be, provide for your family. Maybe that's a big one. I battle with that.
My 2 cents would be, it's along the similar things, like the pressure to fit a stereotype that means that you are doing the best thing for your family, right? Like if you're not the provider, but what if what you do is equally as important and your wife is the monetary provider?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And embracing like those different roles.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
But yes, like, I mean, like, I think instinctively most males are like, yes, I want to provide for my family kind of thing.
Yeah. I don't know. Is that a bad thing though?
No, I don't think
okay.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
Okay. I don't either. I think it's just, I don't know.
In fact,
bad is what
I think everyone in relationship with other people should want to help and provide for the other person.
Fair.
Right. So like, it shouldn't be just a guy thing. Like your partner, whoever that is,
I
should want to provide for you too. I mean, it should be like,
I know,
like, yo, we're a team, dog.
Kimmy's a hustler. Like I get that. She does. I know. I know because she is making sure that I'm on my shit because that's money.
Yeah.
So it's great to have that.
Right.
So, because I mean, I'm busy. There's a lot of things that could fall through the cracks, but they don't because of her.
That, or you just like,
she's the ball. Shout out, Kimmy. Love you.
You're like squirrel.
That's my life, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Love you, babe.
What would you like to be proudest of, your accomplishments or your character? I'm going through
my character, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of accolades already just in my 45 years that I had, but I would rather have on my tombstone, great dad, other than all the other shit. for sure. Or just something great. You know, the character. Great dude. You know, that was nice to people, was trying to be funny at all times. Like
I read one of those things, like one of those, I don't know, somebody a lot smarter than me quote said, like, you know, people are going to remember how you treated them.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so
I live like that.
And so I try to like keep that in mind, like on the forefront at all times.
Sure.
Right.
Every person you talk to.
It's
anybody.
Hard. It can be hard.
It can, but you can do it.
Oh, this is
that's actually how I live my life. So,
man, did I go ahead and go through that hard one? Let's see.
Which was the hard one?
I don't know. I didn't. So I guess this is a good one to end with, though. I mean, this is the last one, so this wraps it up. Okay. But this is gonna be hard for you, I think. This is probably the hardest question you answer, I bet. What song evokes the strongest memories with you?
Yeah, that's hard to single out.
Yeah,
I gotta.
But you could say like I give you a couple. You can have a couple.
Okay.
50 Cent in the Club. You probably played it more than any song in your entire life.
I never played it in my life ever. I play house music only, bro.
That's and so anytime you DJ, it's only house music. Really? Man.
Yeah, there's a big scene for it, man.
You're like a tattoo artist that does only black and gray.
Yeah,
but that's not a bad thing.
I'm not an open format DJ.
That's not a bad thing. Right. You know what you are and know what you're not.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. There's two different obviously genres, but I mean, there's DJs I know that are house DJs and they also play hip hop and soul and R&B, and that's an open format DJ, you know. But I'm not that. I was just played underground house music. Very snotty about it too.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I don't want my underground DJ to not be snotty.
Yeah, you got to have the goody goods.
You got to be like,
and the culture.
Like, I'm bringing this shit to y'all, dog.
Yeah, and the culture of DJ culture is, you know, I want to go see DJs that I don't know any of the music. Because if I know the music, I probably have it and I've heard it. I don't want to hear new shit that I've never heard, right? Unlike a band, you go and you want to hear all the hits.
Right.
I guess some of the artists play a lot of the hits, but most don't. Well, the good underground ones don't. They're not playing something from 10 years ago.
I don't know why. Just like I got this image like Fight Club. Like that popped in my mind. Okay, so what song? Can you name a song that like?
Man, I can't. Fuck. Hold on. I know I can.
Is there a song that makes you think about like your family, your kids, your mom, your dog, your
all the things, man? You know, there's a house track that you won't know because it's underground, but it's super underground.
You're probably right, by the way.
Yeah, but it reminds me of a road trip I took to Louisiana with my boy back in the day. There's like handfuls of different albums that make me think of different people. So there's so much music out there, man. I don't think I could peg one song. If it might have been like from the 80s, John Bon Jovi or something. I remember like when he came out, he was huge and I was just like about him.
Yeah, bro. Everybody was.
I remember. He was huge.
Do you know how I got my first Bon Jovi?
Guns N' Roses, you know?
Oh, yeah.
When they first came out with Sweet Child O' Mine, like, what is that?
So I've been trying to put together this.
MTV was awesome.
It was revolutionary.
Great. At the time, it was the thing.
I had to go to my grandma's house. We didn't have it. Yeah. We didn't have it in my hometown. I had to go to Victoria.
Oh, that's even smaller than the other one.
No. My hometown's smaller.
Which one?
Edna.
Yeah. That's right.
It's very small.
I know. Being a Texan, I've heard of it, but I don't think I've been through it. It's probably one light.
No, there's more than one.
Okay. Restaurants?
3. That's one.
3. That's such a hard question, Scotty. One song, even 2 songs. If I can't think of one, I definitely can't think of 2, but I would have to hear it. I it's such a easy but hard question.
You know, it really is. But we need to make a top 10 album playlist.
I mean, there would be Outkast on it.
Yeah.
There would be Prince on it. There would be John Legend on it. There would be Pearl Jam on it. Alice in Chains. All kinds of slew of DJs, you know.
Oh, okay. We're really quick before we end this up.
Yeah.
I'm going to name somebody and you just say, we'll just say you have like, I'm not going to get this far. Let's say you have 100 slots that you can people that can get on your magical island of music.
Oh, wow.
Okay. And so I'm just going to name a name and you tell me if they're on there or not.
And you get 100 and it's just artists, not friends and family, just artists.
No. What I'm saying is that
100 people.
So like you're like Outkast would be there. Yeah. So he's one. They're one.
Let's go.
So, okay. You got the concept?
Yeah.
But it's just kind of a yes or no.
Okay.
And maybe I might ask why.
I love it. Please do.
George Strait.
No.
Ooh, why?
I appreciate George Strait. I appreciate country music. I grew up around it. My dad is the biggest redneck cowboy I know.
Do you not listen to any country music?
I do, 90s, but I don't go and seek it out to listen to it.
Okay.
If I put on my Spotify, George Strait is not in the playlist.
Hey,
I don't even follow him, so.
God bless.
But I know the hits.
God bless Spotify.
If you said Garth Brooks, it'd be a different conversation.
Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
Willie Nelson.
I love Willie personally. I never heard his music. I know him since I was born. He's a legend, but absolutely, because I want to smoke weed with him the whole time.
Well, he's not there. His music's just there. Okay. I guess they could be there. I guess that's fine. Okay. So let me. I'm giving you.
I don't need Willie on that playlist.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. NWA as a whole.
Yeah. Yeah, there's some classics in there.
Poison.
I don't know if I want to hear that again.
Alan Jackson.
Yeah, he's got a great couple handfuls. I pick one of his.
Oh, man. I'm just trying to think of...
George is just depressing to me.
Milli Vanilli.
Probably not. That would show my age.
But I mean,
I don't know if that's bad.
I mean,
I wasn't...
Whoever they were so good.
I would be cool with the first hook, and then I'd be like, can we fast forward to the next one?
Okay, but like, say Milli Vanilli, you do invite Milli Vanilli to the island. Are you inviting the two dudes that did the lip syncing, or are you inviting the two people that actually sang the song?
It would have to be the two guys, because everyone would love to see them.
Yeah.
And no, I don't know who the voice is, so I can't.
They were just.
I know the guys, so I go with the guys. They had to come though in that time frame, like that age.
Oh yeah,
when they were hot and the hair was perfect, and before the lip sync thing. Like they got to be in their prime, and then on that island.
Yeah, these are all prime. Time. These are all prime people.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When they're in their prime, yeah. Millie's cool with that. Like that would be culture shock. People would be like, "Yo, it's fucking Millie."
Nirvana.
Definitely, I was a Kurt Cobain band.
Foo Fighters.
Fan from day one.
Foo Fighters.
Funny you say that. They're headlining ACL this year. Shout out ACL. C3. I just was never a super fan. I know their music. It's good. They have some hits, but I was never into them like I was Pearl Jam, Nirvana, etc. So I don't think they get on the island, bro.
Metallica?
Definitely. Hands down.
Mm.
One of my bucket lists is to just do this with James Hetfield. Just chat with him. Hear some shit. Off record.
I think
off record for sure.
I think he would be a lot.
So many questions.
I think he'd be more fun to talk to now than he would have been when he was younger.
Yeah, I want to hear the stories.
Because the interviews you hear with him, it's just like he sounds like he has a lot of perspective on his whole kind of life. You know, but I mean,
they're still going.
They were very young. Who can I end with?
They're still going though. I love that. I think they're on tour.
Okay.
I saw them at ACL a couple years ago.
I don't know what this. I don't know what this means.
Okay.
I haven't because. You're like, for lack of a better word, you're underground, and I really don't understand. So I'm just.
I can elaborate.
Dead Mouse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And just why?
So Dead Mouse. Can I give a Dead Mouse story?
Yeah.
All right. So I was obviously in that scene, promoting and DJing nightclubs before Dead Mouse was what it is today. Before the mouse head, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
We brought him to Sky Lounge, a club on Congress. And my job was to have artist hospitality. So this is before Uber. So I made it a point to go pick them up from the airport. If they wanted to go to a hotel, I'd drop them off, usually go have dinner with the artist, take them to the club, full on drive them all around the whole time, pick them up the next day, take them back. Like we really got to know a lot of cool artists. And I still am friends with a lot of the big name DJs like Cascade, who you've probably heard of. Now he's a household name, but I booked him for $500 in 2002, and took him to the barbecue spot, And so now he's the biggest name in the game. So I was always trying to pick and have those conversations with him. and fuck, I forgot where I was going with that.
Dead
Mouse, yeah. And so when I picked Joel up, Joel Zimmerman is his name. When I picked Joel up, he was cool. He just jumped in the back seat and was like, "Can I smoke in your car?" I was like, "Sure." Of course, the answer is no, but it's Dead Mouse. He's not hot shit yet, and he was nice, just introvert. Picked it up, pegged it right away. Still is like that. He's that person now. And played with him that night, and he didn't have the mouse head, and he was a big deal. He packed the club. He had one song that made him really big, kind of like It Takes Now. And this is early 2000s, and I ended up taking him to dinner and then back to the hotel and then the whole routine, right? And then 6 months later, he fucking took off and he was playing at Stubbs. So he outgrew our little club. Now he's at Stubbs Amphitheater. And we were doing sound check. I know the promoters, they said, "Will you open?" Of course. And I see him doing sound check. We cross paths. The promoters introduced me as like, "Hey, Todd, he's the local guy. He's opening before you." And he was like, "Oh, lucky fucking you." And I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, we've actually met before. Last time you were here, I took you around, had dinner with you." He's like, "Oh, yeah, sure. Anyway," and just like literally turned around and started talking to his buddy. And I was like, "Okay, that's awkward, but see you later. Have a great set, fucking dick." You know?
Right.
And then played the show. Everything was fine. But then he just blew up on a monster level. But I continued to play Dead Mouse tracks. He was good. He played good music when EDM was a thing. I was DJing when EDM was there, and Dead Mouse was huge. Still is huge, obviously. But I've since gone back to underground. EDM kind of went away. It was like that big Vegas sound, popping bottles, and Avicii, Dead Mouse, all those Calvin Harris, all those big commercial EDM names. They're all still there because they're such a big deal, but the sound changed to more just house music. Not as aggressive and you know. Kind of like dubstep came and went. Right. Thank God. But yeah. Man. I would invite Dead Mouse to the island. I was a fan of Dead Mouse, though. I played his music. It was cool.
Well, and I feel like he's going to get his ass kicked in the bathroom on that island.
He will.
Hey, thank you, my man.
Oh, dude, thank you.